Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to get this super easy soft glam look. I did a poll on my Instagram and you guys voted for soft glam, which I wasn't really surprised about. Softer looks are more popular than bold looks, but yeah, this is the look I came up with. It's super simple, super easy. Eyeshadow really took like 3 steps and that was it. It's a super easy look that anybody could do, especially if you're just home bored in your quarantine status. Just chill, unwind, do your makeup. It's super relaxing, I think. Yeah, this is the look I came up with. Super glowy skin, so I will touch bases on that in the video. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. So without further ado, let's get into this soft glam makeup. So I already primed my eyes and I did my brows off camera because I feel like that's just an unnecessary step and I don't need to show it. Today I'm gonna do a really soft look. I put on my Instagram story to see what you guys wanted to see, so I'm gonna do like a soft eyeshadow look. It is gonna be more skin based since it's a softer look, but I still want to do something on the eyes. Don't keep it like too simple, so I'm gonna do something, try not to go overboard because I feel like I always do that. Like I go too overboard on like a soft eye look, but I'm gonna try my best. So I have 2 palettes here today that I think I want to use. One is the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes palette, which I had mentioned this in my what to buy in Sephora, the Sephora sale. So I have this one. This one's super gorgeous. It's so pretty. Such a good nude neutral palette. I love it. I only used it one time, which was for that video actually. And I actually created a pretty soft look with that one as well. So I don't know if I want to do that because that one was more shimmery and more shimmery, and I don't know if I really want to do a shimmery today, so I'm just gonna kind of go with my just go with the flow and see what I come up with. But the next palette that I have here is the Natasha Denona Biba palette, which was this was also another one of my recommendations. This one's super pretty as well. Gorgeous neutral palette. It's like, come on, super pretty. I feel like this one has more warm tone shades for being a neutral palette. They threw kind of like a couple neutrals in it, but it definitely has some warmer tones. I'm gonna take the shade Freckle in the Natasha palette. I'm just gonna take that on a fluffy brush. So I'm gonna start off like really dusting the excess off, and I'm gonna start off by buffing that into the crease. And I prime my eyes with my concealer, and then I set the concealer with a very small amount of powder. Holding the brush at the end, which is what you want to do, because if you hold it up here, you're just going to put too much color on. So I'm holding it at the end, and that allows me to get a really smooth application, and it makes it easier to blend. You don't have to do as much work. So I just put a really light hand to it. I'm actually going to take the color Silhouette in the Supreme Nudes palette by Artist Couture. This one I would say is actually more on the neutral side. So it's really like a grayish brown, I would say. It's super pretty. So I'm just gonna add that onto my crease area, kind of getting a little bit lower on the crease and focusing it on the outer corner. Every time I do like softer looks, I like focusing stuff more so on the outer corner, only because I feel like I want to get that lifted effect on my eyes, just because I'm not doing so much. So I'm trying to really focus it just on the outer portion of the eye. So I'm not sure if I want to carve out my eye. I definitely want just like a nude on my lid. I'm not sure if I want to carve it out though, because I don't want that super blunt cut crease look. So I think I'm just going to take a fluffy brush, like kind of like a denser fluffy brush. It's like technically a fluffy brush, but it's a little bit more densely packed. This is the M434 by Morphe, so it's a little bit more dense. I think I'm gonna actually just dip into a nude shade. I'm actually gonna dip into the nude shade in the Natasha palette, only because it's a little bit more yellow toned. And I'm just gonna apply that on my lid area. I know I still have shadow kind of coming down onto my lid a little bit, but I think it'll lighten it up. And if not, I'll just add a little bit of concealer and then it'll work itself out. I'm gonna take a brush really quick and I'm just gonna blend out where the edges are. I'm gonna take an angled brush and I'm going to dip into a darker brown color. I'm actually not super dark because I don't want it to be like a black liner, so I think I'm gonna dip into the cocoa shade in the Natasha Denona palette, and if that doesn't work out, then I'll just do the dark shade. So I'm kind of just like as if I'm doing a wing liner, but I'm keeping it literally just on the outer corner. I'm gonna take a little bit of a darker shade, but I'm actually gonna take a small little brush. I'm gonna take this Morphe M213 brush, which is super small. And I'm gonna take the color Mink in the Artist Couture palette. And then going back with my angled brush, I'm gonna take the darker color that I just applied and add a little bit more definition to that. I'm gonna take a denser packing brush and I'm gonna go back in. I'm actually gonna use the nude shade, the bone colored shade in the Artist Couture palette. I'm gonna apply that on my lid. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the eyes. That's all I'm gonna do. I'll obviously apply lashes right now, but we're gonna move on to the skin. So I applied my lashes off camera. These are the Baddie B lashes in the style IG, so these are right here. So moving on to my face, I already primed my skin. The only primers that I used today was my Smashbox primer oil and the Milk Makeup, the Hydro Grip primer. Oh my god, why did I forget it? I love this primer. So I put this one on first, and then I kind of felt like my skin was still a little too dry, so I put a little bit of this in my hands, rubbed it together, and just patted it into my skin. Foundation today, I'm probably gonna go in with my Dior foundation, which is the one I always use. So I'm scenting my Juno & Co sponge, and what I do is I grab a little bit of product on my sponge and then I blend it out. Since this is pretty light, I'm actually going to take my Pat McGrath foundation. This one has a little bit more of a neutral undertone, so it's going to match me a little bit better. Ooh, I love the finish of the Pat McGrath foundation. I think it gives such, like, look, it's already giving me like more luminosity. It's so pretty. Honestly, it is more on the pricey side of foundations, but I really do like it. So how's everyone been doing with this whole quarantine stuff? I know me personally, I'm getting really kind of discouraged because I am pregnant, and you know, I'm not going to be able to, I'm most likely not going to be able to have a baby shower this time, and I'm not going to be able, most likely, I'm due in August, and I don't live in Los Angeles, the city, but I do live in LA County. There was like some reports that it might be extended until August, and like the quarantine, and then some people were saying that it was gonna be even longer than that. So it's just really discouraging, especially because, you know, like with my last pregnancy, I was able to have my mom in there with me, my sister, and then my boyfriend's mom was also in there, and I feel like they were really, you know, they were just really supportive in the labor, and now it just makes me really sad. I don't want to cry because I'm like, just thinking about it makes me want to cry. It's just really sad that I'm probably not going to be able to have them in the room with me this time around, and you know, it sucks. And then this time, you know, my pregnancy has been a little bit different. It hasn't been super easy this time around, only because I've had a few complications and towards the beginning, so it was difficult. And I don't know, I just think the stress of it all just kind of didn't help either, so it's just been really hard. I was kind of trying to think positive, like, oh, everything's gonna get back to normal, everything will be fine, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen anytime soon. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my concealer. I think I am also gonna use the Pat McGrath concealer today, only because I freaking love that one too. It's so, actually no, you know what, I do love this one, but I'm gonna use the Hourglass one today. I mentioned it in my must-haves, and I Love the finish of this concealer. It's so pretty, so airbrush, so soft. So I'm going to use that one today. Ooh, it's not really that light. I might have to go in with a little bit of a lighter concealer just to highlight. But I'm going to conceal first and then I'll go in and highlight. My beauty sponge. I always save the under eyes for last. And whatever I have on my sponge, I put on my forehead. I normally, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, on putting concealer on my forehead, but I didn't want to today. See what I mean? It gives you like such a pretty finish. I don't even know, like on camera I'm not sure if you could tell, but in person my under eyes look so soft and like really luminous. Like it doesn't look too matte, which I love. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Pat McGrath one, only to brighten things up a little bit. I'm just taking this one right here, nothing too much because this one also too is on the fuller coverage side. I'm gonna take a little bit and just blend that out, mostly on the inner portion of my eye and then a little bit out here, just to give a little bit more brightness. So I'm going to take a little bit of this contour wand by Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm going to take it kind of on the back of my hand first, just so there's no like buildup of product. I like this product, but it's not my favorite. But since I did purchase it, I'm going to use it. I like this product, but I feel like it kind of doesn't, it gives me like too light of contour, if that makes sense. As far as my nose contour, that's how I like doing it recently. I don't like doing like it all the way down the bridge of the nose. I think it just gives me a nicer look if I just do this, because then obviously I could blend it down and it does its work. It's actually perfect for the nose because it doesn't give me too much like coverage. So I'm going to take my Pat McGrath Labs powder. This is in the shade Light 1. I love this powder because it has a little bit of the pink hue to it, so it's really nice. Actually, I'm going to take a brush to set my under eye. I usually take a sponge, but I've been loving using brushes underneath my eyes again, only because it doesn't give me a super cakey feeling. Maybe because my skin is dry, really dry right now. I'm liking this method a little bit more. So anywhere I want like more highlight, I'm gonna put this powder on, just because it has more of the pink undertone, which will give me a little bit of brightness. This powder is really, really good. I think I mentioned this as well. Honestly, I feel like all of these products that I'm using today I mentioned in my Sephora recommendations video. So if you haven't checked it out, I'll link it down below. Just the previous video before this. I mean, I know the sale is over by now, but you could still, you know, get some pretty good stuff out of it. It looks really pretty. My under eyes look really soft and airbrushed. Take my Chanel powder, which is the powder, like again, that I always use. I'm gonna take a very fluffy brush. This is my Smashbox sheer powder brush, which like I said, I've been loving just doing it with the brush. I'm dusting it off on the cap and then like swirling it and then dusting. I'm just gonna place that all over my face. I'm not like swirling, I'm more so tapping it in because I don't want any of the product to move underneath. I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Shady Biz. I'm going to take that on a small domed brush. Actually, before I do that, I want to apply my highlight first just so everything gets nice and settled. I'm going to take the Lawless Afternoon Delight highlight. So I'm going to do this layer of highlight first. And then once everything's like all done, I'm going to do another layer of it. Now I'm going to take the bronzer and I'm just going to hit it in the points where I normally bronze. Just hit on the cheeks really vigorously. I really like these soft glam looks because they're super skin focused and everything just looks so seamless at the end. I'm gonna take a little bit of a darker bronzer now, and I'm just gonna like lightly dust over what I just did with more of a fluffy brush, just to give myself a little bit more bronze, but I don't want anything too precise, like a contour. This is Private Island by Fenty once again. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna finish the under eye just really quickly. It's not gonna be anything too heavy. So I think I'm gonna just do something really light underneath the eyes. I'm just gonna take a flat defining brush, and I'm gonna take the Natasha Denona palette, and I'm gonna do the shade Freckle, which is the shade that I started off with, and just kind of put that really close to my lash line because I don't want anything too blown out. Take the Honey Dude cream gel liner from ColourPop and pop that on the waterline. We'll move on to blush really quick. I want more of like a peachy blush. I'm going to use Peaches from MAC. So I'm going to take this on a Morphe M509, which I've been actually really liking this brush to apply my blush. I normally go pretty hard on the blush because I love it. And I'm putting it really on my cheeks a lot because I'm just loving the blushy look. This Peaches blush is so pretty over the summer because it just complements like tanned skin tones. Now I'm just gonna set my face really quick with a setting spray just because I want everything to set in and see if I need to add anything else like more highlighter or whatnot. So I'm gonna take the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So this is the final look that I came up with. I actually changed my lip because I wanted more of like a brown tone type of shade. So I changed my lip to, I just wiped it off and I did a cork lip liner only with Saucy Gal lipstick by Artist Couture, and I topped it off a little bit with this Huda Beauty Girls Trip lipstick, and then I added again the Fenty Beauty Hot Chocolate lip gloss shade. So this is the final look. Super simple, easy glam. These lashes have really been trying it today for me, and I don't know what it is. Every time I wear these IG ones, I love how they look, but I don't think they're for me. But anyway, this is how the look came out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Super glowy. I mean, it's nothing really you could wear this to because hello, we're all in quarantine, but just, you know, play with your makeup and have fun with it. I really just enjoyed doing my makeup and then actually filming a video because I haven't had the chance to do that in a few weeks, ever since I filmed that Sephora video, because I've been so busy with school again that I just haven't had the time. Like, I have so many assignments to do, so it's so crazy. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. It's super simple. I really didn't expect it to be like this. Like, I really do want to do some more colorful looks for you guys, which I probably will do because I do want to get into some color. So I'm going to do that for sure on my next video. Yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see. I'm also thinking about doing some more like teaching videos because I know it's like everyone's at home. So I mean, teaching somebody how to contour, how to properly blend eyeshadow, I think that would be super fun. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like this video and comment down below what you think of this look and what type of looks that you're interested in seeing. All right, I'll see you in the next one.